Do you have maybe a sample or something that we can show?
Me?
Yeah. Do you happen to have one with you?
No.
Then it's okay.
Me? Oh my god.
We'll fix this. There's no problem. It's just if you had it. I think it's just talking about making wearables. It's a show and tell.
But we don't have any audience. These guys aren't going to be watching beyond just quickly telling us their project and getting back to work. I think we should keep it really short.
Yeah.
Some of them have not slept.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we've got, yeah. Well, there's the feed. I think that's the only thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce us, the eTextile's Workspace, the Makeathon, and then start out with them. Keep it to 5 minutes. So I'm going to keep track of the time as well.
And I think it would be nice then to mention that, we're looking at ways that we can, extend.
It's going to be 5 minutes presentation.
Yeah.
And then
We're going to
if
get
they
feedback.
have specific questions and stuff.
Some feedback.
Yeah.
Beam gives good feedback. People
Yeah.
always, Beam and Beam, they both give good feedback.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Cool. Okay. Can we start?
Yes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you all for all the hard work that you've put in the last few days for the Makeathon. For the people that are watching the live stream, I will quickly introduce us again. So,
Ok, bueno, primero que nada, muchas gracias a todos ustedes por el gran trabajo que han estado haciendo durante el Makeathon. Para la gente que nos está viendo por el streaming en vivo, voy a presentarnos de nuevo.
so we are from the eTextile Workspace from the Netherlands. This is Meg, I'm Melissa, and Ricardo, and it's frozen at the moment. And we have Beam, so the 5 of us are gonna give you guys some feedback today about the work you've done.
Bueno, antes que nada, nos voy a presentar de nuevo. Mi nombre es Melissa, ella es Meg y Ricardo. Nosotros venimos de un taller en Holanda y online nos está acompañando también Pim, que por el momento está congelada, y también Beam.
So the eTextile's Workspace started a few years ago when we wanted to have a space where we could talk about wearables on a more in-depth level, because we were all seeing all these great projects online, and we really didn't have anybody to talk with about this kind of thing. So basically we started having these meetups for people that make this kind of work, and we would be critical about the things that were out there. We would find interesting topics to explore further, and so maybe talk about, for example, how to show wearables in a virtual environment, or how to show wearables in different spaces like exhibitions and catwalks. So it ranged from very practical issues to more conceptual issues.
Bueno, nosotros empezamos este taller con la idea de poder hablar sobre este tema que nos apasionaba, que eran los eTextiles, porque realmente al principio no teníamos como con quién hablar, no había mucha gente que pudiera hablar de eso. Podíamos ver estos maravillosos proyectos online, pero no teníamos con quién hablar de ello. Empezamos reuniéndonos con un grupo de gente que quería hablar de lo mismo y podíamos ser críticos al respecto de este trabajo. También podíamos hablar sobre proyectos interesantes que encontrábamos en la red y de cómo podíamos utilizar esta nueva tecnología wearable y en qué diferentes espacios, no solo portables, sino tal vez irlos transformando a espacios más grandes, como una pasarela, por ejemplo, o una exhibición.
For anybody who hasn't been following what's been happening here for the last few days, at the moment what we have here in front of us is the Makeathon, which is, I think is it 4 groups? 4 groups. We have 4 groups of, I think most of them 3 people who are working really, really hard together to make a piece in these last 3 days, which is a ridiculously small amount of work. So more sleep. So it's a difficult task, and we really applaud you for all the work that you guys have been doing. We've heard some really interesting ideas, and so our plan for now is to come and catch up with you. We will have 5 minutes per group, so I think it's probably a good idea if you guys find the person that would be able to talk about the project in the sort of simplest way. And then we will come and give you feedback. So so it's not just the three of us; it's also Beam online, and just to give you some kind of pointers in the last hours before presenting. Right. So we don't really want to stop you from working. So we're going to try and keep this short and sweet.
Bueno, antes que nada queremos aplaudir su trabajo y vamos a estar pasando a sus lugares para que podamos darles un poco de feedback sobre el trabajo que han estado realizando. Antes que nada, un gran reconocimiento porque no es un trabajo sencillo para hacerse en tan poco tiempo, han estado trabajando mucho. Y vamos a presentarles un poco el trabajo también a PIN. Así que si ustedes pueden en sus equipos escoger a alguien que pueda hablar al respecto de su proyecto, van a tener 5 minutos por equipo para que puedan compartirlo con nosotros.
Who's going to present the project?
Hello, my name is Hugo. Hello, Francisco. We're making some advice for your feeds, whose purpose is reduce the stress in the workaholic world. It's oriented to the future nowadays. We start thinking about the concept of the stress, the indicators, the things that make you show your stress in your body, as the pressure, the way you walk, your neck, your head, the temperature. Thinking about we started with a time, a hat, and then finally we go to the shoe, and we think, oh no, you can make a wearable like a shoe, because the shoe breaks and you need to throw all the shoe. So then this. It has some sensors. It has some sensors of pressure. About how you work, about your heartbeat. With that information, we take some photos and give a message and a response to the user. And also we have suggestions, link suggestions, course with links, is something to a wearable that is not that invasive, that intrusive, to respect your privacy, to not make any noise when you're in the work, when you're in a chat with your girlfriend in the streets. Because of the time, we made that simple. Here's another. I have the sensors. This is the prototype. Over here I sketch the instructions of the process and how it when it finished. And also we're painting some pieces. You put the microcontroller. For us, it's very important to be comfortable. That's why we put the flat sensors in the feet, the microprocessor and the battery in the top. In the next step, stage, we want to give connectivity to the wearable. make you able to change the context. For example, when you're in the work, it changes your music. When you're working, it tells you, hey, here's a restaurant where you could eat some tacos, something you like. If the driver feels that you're too stressed, it tells you, hey, why don't you call a friend? Someone who makes you feel comfortable. We know how the process that make you the light, the music, all the things in your house do something to make you more happy. The point is that the technology nowadays try to have your attention. Hey, there's a message. Hey, I'm not hey, we have an appointment. We want something that tells you chill out. That's the spirit of perseverance. Okay.
I have a question. So, depending on the speed of walking, or is it more the position of your foot, that's how you're going to determine if somebody's too stressed out, or do you have other sensors in there? I see 2 pressure sensors and a microphone. And so is it based on a combination of these, or how are you going to sense the level of stress?
Well, the wearable has 2 pressure sensors, here and here. Here and here. It has also other sensors, that measures the way you walk, how you step, the velocity of your walk, your heartbeat. Using all this information, we want to know, okay, you're walking and your heartbeat is too low or too high. Maybe you should take a rest. If you're sitting and you're not that much pressure, that means you're in your office and you need to walk. And if you're listening to some conference and you start in one thing, it tells you, hey, tell that guy that shut up and do something funny. That's the point. But doing this way, something that only you can feel, something that only you can see, well, that's optional. The last part, a question.
Yeah. So I see that you've placed the vibration motor over here at the moment. I don't know if that's like temporary or if that's where you this one or not.
Yeah,
oh no, this is a microphone.
No, that's
Vibration motor.
a motor.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's a vibration motor. So I think the feet are super sensitive. Do you think it could become ticklish? Is that the best place to place it? Would you maybe not want to put it on top of the foot, because it's like,
Well, actually, I think one of the nerves in your body end in your feet, right? So there's the foot acupressure. Maybe you looked into it. You could probably choose the position depending on which part of the body it corresponds to.
Because of the lack of sensors, we usually put 2 or 3, but the point is put a lot of sensors and feel how do you feel. And then about the motors, yes, it's very sensitive. Maybe it should be in the outside part of the feet, because you don't make that pressure in that part. And yes, it's very sensitive, but the sensors are flat. And these motors, I'm thinking about not choosing between putting in the downside part inside to make a massage, or in the upside in this part para for just the notification.
Yeah. So.
Pam, Ben, do you have? Oh, we have one other. Who is that? Ah, nice. Welcome, Adrian. Anybody have any questions or comments for this team? Oh, and one thing we wanted to say, they mentioned the lack of sensors. A lot of our sensors got stopped by customs, so we do have a small issue with lack of sensors, but the teams here are just taking it in their stride and working around that problem. Anybody want to add anything?
Well, it's quite hard. The audio fails once in a while, so I really didn't get it all, but it looks very cool. And I was wondering, when are you wearing this? Is it everyday slipper or a special occasion slipper?
The point is you wear it every day. That's why we don't make a hat or a scarf. That's something that has much with the time, with your mood. Since this is an accessory, you can wear it to your favorite shoes and wear it every day. That's the point, because you stress every day, not just sometimes.
Cool. And what would be your next step in developing it? Will you be able to finish it this weekend? Or?
For this weekend, I'll use notification and maybe a message. For the next steps, the plan is maybe the connectivity. Mix it with your context, your house, your office.
Mm-hmm. And what will be your first testing?
Excuse me?
What will be the test you will do? Will you test the tilting, the sensing, or the sound is really easy. What will you test with the prototype?
They're going to test the pressure of the foot, so they'll get the position and pressure and heartbeat. So they'll be able to tell speed of walking and.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, the first sensors are the pressure sensors and the heartbeat. Then we'll put to the sensors. It's okay.
I really like the drawings that you've done. I think they're very professional and looks really great. Shall we move on to the next team?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I also really like it. I think it's something that in the Netherlands would never be designed like this. So it's really cool to see your own personal input there. I love it.
This is the team, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Yes.
work.
Drones are great. The sound is terrible for me, so I don't understand really anything. So I'm sorry if I can't give you any positive remarks. Because but the drawings are beautiful, the imagery is good, but the sound I can't understand really.
Okay.
Really nothing. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm sorry that it's a bit difficult, but it's not really your fault. So moving on to the next team. Would you like to introduce yourselves in the project?
Hi, we are a team that we are making a novel about, well, here are Rumi, Vanilla, and Octavia. We are, at the beginning we start with an idea for a wearable that you can use only in special occasions. And after that we start to research and make some with the research. I found a friend and they told me that your habit, it can be synchronized with dance, African dance, and the drums, and we are taking that idea for a wearable, and that idea it becomes more like we have here like the how can I say is the wall. Okay. This is the wall. Well, it's machine electronics, and it's the first part. No? I think that more inspired by we are sensing the habits. With the habits that we are doing is like a presentation in lights. We are like trying to make
according with the heartbeat, using the sensor, the heartbeat gonna lighting up a lighting sequence, which with LEDs, which go and then go at the bottom in this part, and we have been making practice with different materials to do not light up the LEDs directly, just playing with the materials which goes through, and at the pattern like the scarifications that the Africans has in their skin. And we are using a fusible. We are using a fusible material to put them together, but we are experimenting. In fact, in the part. In fact, this goes right here, just like this. This part was already in the morning, but 1 hour before the presentation, we have a mistake or troubles with the tools. They broke the materials, and we need to figure out how to fix it quickly. And we're just gonna replace that part. And right now we are
testing the electronics. In the electronics, here we have the Metafit, and we are like doing. Well, this is like a really sensor that made the idea that you are like changing the lights. Wait, okay. Here you can change the lights, but this one is like if it was your heartbeat, it changed depending on your heartbeat. It changed the colors and the function of the lights. Only we are getting all the electronics for put it together, and I think that it's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I am really excited to see how this is going to work out when you put the electronics inside the piece that you've shown here. I think it looks really attractive. I can see through the work that still needs to be done, and I like also the combination of materials. It's a bit hard to see on the webcam, but the different combinations of black in the patterns are just really attractive.
They are asking if it's going to be wireless.
Yes, I think that we are going to put it all in a battery.
In the microphone.
Yes.
I think that all the information is on the artifact, and only you have to make it maybe put a battery, a good battery for the LIDs, but it's gonna be wireless.
Cool. I really like the concept. It's very nice. And I was wondering, will you design one, or is it for a group performance? Will you see the lights, or will the other dancers see that you with it?
Well, as a part of this year, we are trying to put a dancer, put it on a dancer for sense the habits, and look if we are on the right thing, that you can synchronize it with the drums, and you can see at the wearable, and also maybe listen, no?
So here B is suggesting that you could think about energy harvesting from movement to get the energy from the movement of the dancers.
Probably a bit you know, like to implement this in the next 2 hours, I think is probably a bit tricky. But it's kind of a nice thing to think about, and to maybe sort of see if you can fit it into your concept as like a next step, maybe.
Yes. Well, she told me that she cannot come, but she maybe at one time I'm going to try to put them and see what happens.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck.
I think it's quite experimental, and I think that's daring. Yeah, exactly. Exciting, but it's also, you kind of, what would you do if it wouldn't work? If you were be able to synchronize it? So I don't necessarily think it's a problem for now, but I'm just curious.
Well, I think if it doesn't work and then synchronize, I don't feel bad. Maybe I'm trying to make more like an experiment, and that's the good part, that you can experiment with these kind of things, no?
So, because you're trying to synchronize, you're synchronizing the. So maybe I'm understanding it wrong. Because I think you're trying to synchronize the heart with the drum beats, or are you going to do it the other way around? No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It'd be funny if you start with that, and if you then start to sort of make it go out of sync and see if the heartbeat tries to keep up, maybe?
Yeah. Do they have personal experience with African dance?
No, not really, but we are doing a lot of research. We can see here the drawings, and it's like inspiring in the Africans. Well, we want to make like a futuristic design from that kind of things, and also we are like making a piece of jewelry that is going to keep in your ear, that is going to sense. No, I think that it's like a wholly complete idea. I like the work that we are doing here.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really love it. Yes.
Okay.
Do we have any more feedback from the online group? Welcome, Anya. Cool. So if you guys are happy, we are going to go on to the next group. Okay.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos haciendo un proyecto camaleónico, imitar como el entorno, detectar el color y que tu vestuario, tu wearable, cambie el color al que tú desees.
So they're working in this wearable who's going to have the effect of a chameleon. So the idea is that the wearable is going to sense the color behind them, and it's going to reflect on the front to the wearable.
Tenemos un módulo con el que pretendemos hacer un wearable, una figura que pueda repetir, y bueno, tiene como un LED independiente, y si estás... Ok, creas aquí tu wearable, si lo puedes enfocar, entonces estás como copiando los patrones que están atrás, no solo un color, sino imitar quizás una textura, ¿no? Pero jugar, o sea, no en alta definición, sino quizás como camuflajearte o mimetizarte, o quizás resaltar.
Okay, they have this first model. This was the first thing they wanted to do with a very geometrical shape. But because of the time, they're working on a prototype that is a little bit different. It's this shape. But
well, with the light, the material helps the light, diffuse the light in this shape and help us to show to the juror the effect of the chameleon way and the chameleon not way, because we want to fight with this conduct of the chameleon too. The chameleon always hides, and we do this to mimic and to experiment to the opposite way, not mimic, only bring us to show my my presence or with this wearable.
Just to reinforce what he was saying, the idea that they have is that they put these shapes and they tessellate them, like they reproduce the shapes over and over again in different sizes. So this wearable could be, since a necklace, or it could be a belt, or it could be a whole dress, or whatever. But with this shape that they have, it's like a triangle, and she was saying that they want also to be like the chameleon who can mimic with the environment, but also to show like the opposite.
No, it's all. That's all.
So, yeah. So what I think is interesting is, on the one hand, you're trying to blend in with the environment, and on the other hand, you're trying to you design this piece which is quite sort of expressive, and I think it kind of there's some kind of conflict in there. What do you feel about that? Do you feel that maybe it's both? You both want to express and hide at the same time?
Okay. Yes. Well, not at the same time. Only it depends. Yes, it's well, it's natural in human nature. I think you sometimes yes, sometimes you're happy, and then I don't know, a car stopped and te molestó. Well, I know you, and then you change too.
Yeah. So you wouldn't always sort of be in the background. You might just completely become red if you're angry, for example, or.
Well, no, we don't like to show emotions.
Un accesorio, por ejemplo, si o puedes expresar como una actitud, ¿no? Si lo ves como de una perspectiva más de moda y quieres combinar a lo mejor con unas zapatillas, tienes un wearable que se adapta a una prenda que ya tienes, o a lo mejor estás en una fiesta y todos están de verde, quieres cambiar, ¿no?
He says it also depends. Maybe it could be like something like to transmit an attitude more than an emotion. Yeah. Like maybe fashion. He said maybe you wanted to make your wearable to match your shoes, for example, or something. Like it also depends. They pretend to have these both functions. It could be like for mimic to the environment, or it could be just to show off, you know?
Entonces es una cosa estética solamente, ¿no? Que no hay nada que ver con emoción, con datos biométricos, nada de eso.
No, pues es más una cuestión estética. una cuestión quizás divertida, más...
Sí, sí.
It's just for aesthetic.
Yeah.
We have some feedback also from online, so I see Pim says you can also use it to store memories, like pictures, so you could sort of maybe capture it and then play it back later.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the next version. And then we have a question from Bing, which is there a difference between wearing it during the day and wearing it during the night? Do you have an answer to that?
Well, in this prototype, we put the LEDs to represent, well, the change, no? But maybe it's for a product like a more commercial product. Maybe we can use it in at night or depends the user.
Porque del día no se va a ver la luz, ¿no? Ese es el problema.
No, in the day no. only in interiors or night. Yes.
So I think in the dark it's harder to see colors, but it's easier to show lights. How would you negotiate that?
Yes.
Creo que de día es difícil de enseñar la luz. ¿Cómo ves eso?
Bueno, diseñamos este módulo que permite difuminar la luz, esparcir la luz. Entonces, no tienes que ser una copia fidedigna, así de alta fidelidad, sino estás como sugiriendo, imitando. Entonces, o sea, quizás es perceptible en el día.
Okay.
A lo mejor en la noche se nota más, ¿no?
He says that his idea is just to be subtle, like a diffuse color, not a bright striped light. They pretend just to give the idea, the sense of a color that the color that's behind them, or the opposite. It's just, it has to be subtle. It's not a bright light.
Yeah, okay.
Ellos dijeron que tus dibujos son muy bonitos también. Sí.
So,
That's it?
thank you very much. We are going to move on to the next group.
Thank you, good luck.
Are you guys ready?
¿Quién va a hablar? A microphone.
Cynthia?
Hi. We are working on dog wearable or pet wearable, and all the concept is create or understand the emotional status of your pet through visual codes. It's some kind of, I don't know, textile the dog is wearing. And okay, the concept is that the dog, everybody understands the dog and the feeling and the movement, and we want to, I don't know, take advantage of the move of the tail, and when the dog moves the tail, and when the dog moves the tail, and the sensor of the wearable react to that movement, and then automatically send you a message of your phone. So basically, the dog is telling you that it's happy, and it's surprising. We want to make environment of interaction and empathy empathize with your pet with a wearable. So basically, I don't know, you are working in your office, boring, and then sound your phone, and then you receive a message of your dog and saying, "Oh, I'm happy. Have a good day." I don't know, and smiley face, something like that. So that is basically our concept, and that is the draft.
Cool. So, do you want to read it?
Yeah. Being said, this is also great for energy harvesting. De coger la energía del movimiento del perro. No, o sea, es solo una sugerencia para después, si quieres desarrollar después.
Actually, we thought about. Sorry.
Actually, one of our 3 basic concepts, it was this one, and the other, the future vision is to capture the energy of your dog, and I don't know, maybe charge your battery, and then I don't know, run in the park, and then yeah.
More functional.
So you imagine this, for example, when you give the dog to a dog walker or something, and you don't know how they're feeling during the walk or something. What's the context?
There is also for another situations when the dog is barking. We also want to have a sensor, like a microphone, to listen, and also the application in the smartphone will tell you, hey, I need attention, I'm a little sad, or I'm scared, not just for happiness, not just for the movement of the tail. And it could be just the beginning for the case of the dog, but it has another possibilities in other pets.
Yes.
So Anna has a comment as well. The god could perhaps open a feeding cup when it's alone by using the sensor. Perhaps another idea.
When you have the possibility to understand or to see, to monitor the reaction of your pet or your dog, you have a better communication. Is the basic idea, to emphasize, to break with the technology these walls that sometimes the stress, the work, the invasive environment in what we are living stop us to communicate with them.
So, I think Annie's comment is kind of suggesting that, because it's one thing to know that the dog is happy or it's sad, but when you know this, you want to be able to do something about it, right? So I guess one solution is feeding it. Do you have any other ideas of how you would solve the dog happiness problem if you're at work? Would you do that through technology?
Those are questions, interesting questions. We didn't explore that particular ideas, but the possibilities are enormous. I believe that the main user for wearable technology actually are people, but in the future, pets, babies, and also nature could be subjects, or it will be involved in this technology.
Maybe you can read the question yourself. I will read. Do they think it can contribute to studying dog behavior for biologists and scientists?
Yes, also. It's all a movement. The people are nowadays worried to understand the nature, their friends, and their friends are the pets. So in scientists, it could be also another application very important, and it could reflect results, data, so valuable.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Big data.
Cool. Okay, thank you very much. Good luck, and we're going to continue with the next group. Thank you.
I will just move.
Yeah. We've already talked to you guys. And we got, is it everybody? Great.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Cool. Okay, so thank you all very, very much for taking the time to talk to us and answer our questions. I hope it's useful for you if we triggered anything, maybe spend a little time talking about it and see where you can resolve that until we have the journey later today. And continue working, and we will quickly feel free to spend time listening to us if you feel like you have the time, but if you don't, we will not be insulted. Peter says compliments to everybody. It's been really, really interesting, and I think you guys have made a lot of progress for the limited amount of time that you've had. So we're really looking forward to seeing the end results.
Tim dice que felicidades a todos por el buen trabajo. Si ustedes quieren acercarse para hablar con nosotros, aquí estamos, y si no, bueno, sigan trabajando, ya no nos enteraremos más.
So, yes. Yep. Sorry?
They're going to keep working, right?
Yes, they're going to continue working.
Here's the background.
All right.
Okay, so
should we leave it at this?
Vamos a seguir trabajando y van a seguir aquí por si tienen
So thank you guys also online for joining us and giving feedback. You guys have been also, and Meg for doing all the quick typing. We've had a combination of high-tech and low-tech, I think, around here today. And so you guys online, thank you very much, and goodbye. You guys had really, really good feedback, and it's been really useful to both have people thinking about it online and having us looking at it. And so until next time, I guess, will they be there for the jury? Will they be there for the jury?
Me?
No? The people online?
Yeah, that would be nice, right?
Yeah, so I think if we can organize that, come back at, what time? Is it 5?
If they want to?
Yeah. Yeah?
If they want to be part of the jury?
At what time? Momento. At 4. Okay. So if you guys want to come back at it's 2 o'clock with us now, so in 2 hours, then you guys are very, very welcome. And otherwise, have a great day.
Empezar a revisar los proyectos finales. Ustedes pueden seguir trabajando.
It's at 5.
Oh, at 5. Sorry. So that is in 3 hours. And then you can see the end results.
Y así podrán ver los resultados finales.
Okay.
Okay, thank you all, and goodbye for now.
Gracias a todos, nos vemos después.
No, that's it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.